Is climbing separate from life? And the reason I'm asking that is because I don't think it is. People have said this as long as I've been putting out episodes. People will say, what does this have to do with climbing? And of course, now it's a little bit different because I am doing this non-climbing show that's a little bit further removed. But, you know, for the last 5 years, I've been talking to primarily climbers, but not exclusively about climbing. We talk about other aspects of their life and so on and so forth. And I do that because I think everything is connected, you know, like when I'm talking to a climber about their health issues or their parent who passed away or, you know, this really cool mission that they have and this business that they've built or whatever it is, it's relevant because climbing doesn't exist in a vacuum. Like people are infinitely complex and interesting. And it seems to me, and I could be wrong, I want to get your take on this, but it seems to me that nobody can become the best climber they can be if they're trying to compartmentalize climbing and ignoring or pushing away all the other parts of their psychology or behavioral tendencies or stresses or whatever. But what are your thoughts? Can we work on our climbing psychology without touching the rest of our psychology?
Everything pulls from the same bucket of energy and resource, bodily resource, mental, emotional, physical, all of this stuff. Eventually, things will get hard enough where you break down. And that's not, I don't see that as a pessimistic way of thinking. What I see it is as a realistic expectation that you can't compartmentalize things forever. People try to do that, and that works in the short term. But in the long term, it is an unhealthy behavior, I believe. And so that's where my framework comes from. That's what I talk about all the time is like, I say this in presentations. I said, you know, it was actually really fun to, at the end of your degree, part of the whole thesis process is like giving this presentation on your theoretical orientation to performance excellence. Called a taupe. And I was like, actually, I see this as this like inverse experience, which is if I can help people develop as humans better and understand themselves better, then that facilitates better performance. But most people try to apply it the other way, where they go like, my life's on fire, but I'm gonna just like hammer this one thing and get better at this one thing. And in the short term, that might work. And people do see results from that. But eventually it plays out and you crash and burn. And that is because everything comes from the same pool of energy. And that shows up in different ways in different people.